Hi everyone, Happy New Year. So I'm discussing the true node in Cancer and the south node in Capricorn. This transit started in November 6, 2018 and will be here until May 6, 2020. And I found this very, very interesting how the nodes moved into these placements in Scorpio season, and they'll be leaving these placements in Taurus season. And this tells me a lot about how transformative this energy is going to be. Not only that, with Cancer dealing with the identity, and Capricorn dealing with the structure of that identity and how the person projects that identity out into the world. So there is going to be, I feel like, a really big shift happening with how we identify with ourself on a personal level and with ourself with the world. So the last time that the nodes were in Cancer and Capricorn was in April 10th, 2000 up until October 2001. And that was the last time these nodes were in Cancer and Capricorn. And if you can think back to whatever was going on in your life at that time, you'll probably see some type of repeating pattern or something coming back into your world where you're dealing with something very similar to that energy around that time. So for anyone that has those personal planets in like Cancer or Capricorn, so let's say you have your sun, your moon, your Mercury, your Venus, your Mars in the sign of Cancer or Capricorn, those planets are going to get triggered with this transit coming in. So you have generational planets like, let's say you have generational planets like Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. This is going to be activating something in you in your generational, like the people in your generation, the shift that you guys were born in. This is going to be in the external way. This is going to take place in another fashion. So if anyone has planets in Cancer, Capricorn, they're getting activated. If you're noticing shifts, if you're noticing change, if you're noticing that there's a new dynamic, a new identity, or a new way of looking at the world, or a new way of even just dealing with things, the nodes are a big indicator of shifts in energy. So I just really wanted to make a video discussing the type of things that are very prominent when the nodes are in Cancer and Capricorn, with the relationship between these two energies and how they're partner signs, how they work together. Cancer is the internal self and Capricorn is the external self. So it's really more so about shifting the dynamics from the external to the internal. What's happening on an internal level and how can we project that on the external level, but with a real authentic way. You know, the sign of Cancer rules authenticity. When you really look at it, it is the root of everything. It's the fourth house. It's the base of the chart. It is the ground. It is the basement. You can't really build anything if your structure is not, your foundational structure is not strong. And that goes for any type of building. If you're building a house, if you're building anything, if your structure is not strong, it's not going to hold. And this is basically what the theme of, the nodes shifting and moving into Cancer and Capricorn. How strong is your foundation? And if it's not strong, how can you strengthen that, whether it's your body, whether it's your family, whether it's anything in your life that really needs shifting or changing. That's really more so what's really going on. So the outer shell has to represent what the inner shell is going through. So how can you deal with this? Being vulnerable, being sensitive, being aware, being intuitive, following lunar patterns, understanding that when the lunar nodes shift, we usually watch, as astrologers, usually watch the planet that that particular sign, has a big rulership with. So it's like Cancer is ruled by the moon. So I'm watching the moon, but the thing is, the moon is shifting every 2.5 days. It's a very quick luminary. So what we're looking at is what we're absorbing, or what we have absorbed, or how is it that what we have absorbed either in our early upbringing, or the country that we live in, the place that we're surrounded, the neighborhood that we live in. Cancer kind of rules all of that stuff as well, or even the way that we process information, the way that you know, blood flows to the body, all has to do with Cancer. And this is really kind of more so the focus of these nodes, to get us really back into the body, get back into the self and the real identity of who you are. The fake and the superficial is not cutting it with this transit. If you're trying to fake something, if you're trying to be something that you're not, cut it, because it's not going to work. With this energy shifting the way it's shifting, it's more about what's real. And Cancer is about feeling that realness, feeling if it's real, feeling if it's not, something that has to do with like the authentic person, the authentic soul, because everything comes through the ground. Everything is earth through the ground. You know, the roots are through the Cancer dynamic. That's where the roots are. How strong are your roots in yourself? How strong do you believe in yourself? What is it that needs to shift in order for you to be more authentically you? This is more so the vibration of it. So I'm going to do a really quick tarot card reading with this. And I really just wanted to get the dynamic of the energy. And I really just want you guys to understand more so in an astrological and a tarot way how this energy works. So I'm going to pull out a card. And it's basically going to signify like the energy of this kind of vibration. So, okay. So here we go. Let's pull a card out. And the card that I got for this reading is the Queen of Cups. And she is very significant because the Queen of Cups actually is a Cancer energy. It is the Queen of Water. And it really signifies water energy, signifying Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio type of vibration. So when the Queen of Cups usually comes out, it's manifesting. So it's like, how do you make what it is that you are, what is inside, manifest in this physical world? Because the Queen of Cups, she's a witch. Okay, she's a witch. She's a bruja. So basically, she is looking. She's a queen of water, but she has something in her hand that she's cultivating, that she's manifesting, and it's not made from water. It's made from an earth substance, which is Capricorn. So water needs a container. So this is where the Capricorn dynamic comes in with the true node and the south node. The true node and the south node must work together in order for things to happen. You have to go back to a certain position or a certain part to understand, okay, this is what needs to happen in order for me to cultivate this. So with the shift of the nodes, you may be noticing that you need to manifest something about Cancer energy that is very, very interesting. And I find this time and time again. For Cancer to live in a healthy manner, it must create. This is why Leo comes after Cancer, and Leo is a sign that rules all that creative energy and all that funk and all that jazz and all that soul and all that rhythm and all that real big like solar energy power. That all shifts from the Cancer dynamic. That all shifts from the lunar dynamic. In order for Cancer to operate properly, it has to create. You have to create your own reality. Capricorn, Saturn, reality. And the moon is that internal sense, that way of looking at the emotional world, or looking at the internal world, or looking at the domestic world, or whatever it is that you deem your family. What is the reality? How can you cultivate that reality? So with these shifts, these nodes shifting, this is more of the energy that is being pulled down to us. It's really asking us to really do that. The more we do that, the better this transit will get. The more you're cultivating, the more you're creating, the more you're being your authentic self, the more that you're allowing yourself to shine. I'm even going through that and I'm an astrologer, and I'm trying to put myself more out there. I am a Scorpio, so I am very, I like to be in my bubble sometimes, and I'm using this transit to really come out more and, just show myself more to you guys. This is a way that I'm challenging myself with this transit. So how can you challenge yourself with this transit? How can you be your authentic self? How can you push forward through whatever it is that you're going through? How can you create your own reality through creating your own reality? So this is a quick little video with the nodes. And for those of you, again, that are going through the shift, that have these planets, things are going to get activated. And if you're noticing that they're getting activated, look at it as kind of like a wake-up call, a lesson, a way of shifting the energy, or shifting you into a different kind of a space where you can finally create those things that you were thinking about in your head. Use those soul eyes. Use those eyes, you know, that Queen of Cups kind of dynamic. Use that and create those realities for yourself. So anyways, quick video. I just really wanted to come on and talk about that because I've just been getting a lot of information from a lot of my clients and what they're going through, and I just wanted to make a video to my broad public and my viewers so you guys can kind of know how to navigate this yourself. All right, so thank you guys. Love you. And just be true to yourself during this transit and stand in your light. Okay. All right, guys. Bye. Thank you so much.